All right, family. All right, and all right. Good evening, everybody. October the 26th, 2025, right? We're taking it back to the old school. This is for the Spotify family, for the YouTube family. We're going to have this here. We may highlight some things possibly on TikTok, but just for the purposes of talking about, we're talking about it. This is one of these old school ones we used to do on the podcast, right? It's been a minute since we talked about the pastor, the preacher. We normally speak on certain things here, and as a Christian, I want to say this because this is coming from somebody as a Christian. Okay, why do I say that? Because everybody could do that, right? And it kind of sounds skokey after a while, but we say it this way on purpose because we just don't want people to be led astray, like oh, and he's just saying it's for clout, this, that, and the other. Family, there's things that really bother me. Okay, I don't hop online to just talk to be talking. I know, everybody else got a different platform doing a whole lot of things, again, like we said, and we stay stuck to it, that we're on here to share, right? As I learn here, and in classic fashion, I did not mute the sound. Yeah, so let's do that before we hear a whole bunch of buzzes and noises. With that being said, let's do the opening. We're just letting y'all know this is coming from a genuine place. This is not to be mean, and this is normally what comes down. We've been going 3+ years now, right? And thank y'all for your support, because this don't happen without y'all, right? But yeah, no way. This is what we got to talk about. So welcome in us, who are the. We don't even go by the views, right? We are a different view family, right? Who believe in, who love after, who hunger and seek, search. We're searching, we are searching, right? Seek and we will find, right? Those who are seeking and searching for that, which is a different view. Family, welcome in. This evening today, we are going to talk about Pastor Marvin Winans. This one hurts, okay? Because your boy's a Christian. We grew up on the Winans, right? Everything you touch is a song, right? Come on, somebody who's listening to gospel music, they know, back from the 80s and such and into the 90s, right? Especially when you get into the 90s with the Winans, the song A Friend, right? It's popular. Sometimes they have issues with rights and stuff, so it shows up on Spotify. Sometimes it don't, right? It's a shame with music. These people put in their work, and they don't even have rights to their own work. Just to let you know how massive got a hold on you, for those who think they own something, right? This includes any content creator, all of that. Same thing, right? So Pastor Marvin Winans he had himself a good fumble. It's Sunday today, right? And it's apropos. This the Sunday message. Okay. We may tie this a little bit into what is an ongoing series we're doing between both Spotify, TikTok, so on and so forth, talking about the 12 universal laws, family, because there's 2 here that we're on right now, especially with the second one here. 4 and 5, I believe, out of 12, that are very telling in today's society and are a judgment for us all, as anything would be. This is why we say your boy ain't here talking against nobody. We ain't talking down nobody, but we're letting you. We are letting you know we're not going to do this thing where the abuser in their family is just a nice guy. You're not nice, sir or ma'am, right? There's nothing nice about that. Okay. Folks need help, right? And again, if judgment starts, and again, we know that the verse says starts, begins, starts, right? Begin, start, same thing. Then if it start there and begin there, it continues there and it ends there, right? We know this already, right? This is some old school stuff we used to talk about in the podcast. Again, we believe that repetition is necessary for learning. And yet, however, somehow you find a Marvin Winans, a Keon Henderson, a Robert Morris, You know, even a few years ago, Creflo Dollar had his issues. We have talked on this podcast about Kenneth Copeland. We started off the beginning of this podcast talking about another minister that I will not name because of the nature of the subject we were talking about. Again, we're talking about the improper behavior, family, that is not helping. You cannot pray this away. You can't run shout hallelujah around this. There is no kind of weird, spooky incantation, speaking in tongues thing that you can do to get far away enough from the sin and stain of what we do to each other, right? Hopefully at this point we realize what insanity is and understand that mess we've been operating in insanity. If we are going to eat food that is no good for us, this is a challenge for me like anybody else. So again, we're not talking down on anybody. But if your diet is going to be full of a lot of Burger King and McDonald's and pork, there's not enough hallelujah running around the church you can do. Well, maybe the running is necessary. Yeah. But there's not enough of that we can do to avoid the fat that is building up in the arteries, the blood pressure and blood sugar from all the sweet tea and all the grape drinks and all the soda that we're drinking, family, okay? A balanced, the phrase is a balanced diet. Nobody is saying you can't have some of this stuff in moderation. And we're talking about food and drink right now. This goes for every ability on this planet. Do you know why you see the economy as screwed as it is? Because people are not balanced where it comes to, they've allowed greed to take hold. Again, we say massa. Yeah, we won't say massa, but there's other ones too, right? Like the man, the establishment, the powers that be, right? We're talking about how the words used to be used back in the 60s and the 70s, right? That didn't go nowhere. Just like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the winds blow, they go through their circuits, they come back again. It ain't the way we say it, family, is ain't a damn thing changed on the calendar but the date. That's it. And when you say 2025, all you're talking about is the same mess that is done in 2025 fashion, which was just done similarly back in the day. Brothers still swinging from ropes today. Guess what? There was more of them swinging in ropes back then. Or swinging from ropes, excuse me, back then. All right. Your boy get excited. So let's get on into this video. And then we're just going to have a little chat and go on about our day. All right. All right. Hopefully this is not too loud. I don't want to blow out nobody's eardrums. But here we go.
Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfected Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
And we're back. So family, what'd you think of that one, huh? So we've had Marvin Sapp asking for money, telling people to shut the doors. That happened a little while ago, right? Which is a video off a couple of years ago or a year ago. Honestly, we don't care the time period. We don't care the time frame. We don't care what camera angles being used, whether it's people in the church, around the church, under the church, out in pastors. We don't see these things ought to be far from us, is what the Bible says, right? There is no reason, family, I want you to hear me good. We're talking a time of giving. But you know, this again, what happened in the home, right, happens out in the street. So they say that the church, which we believe here, right? You know, churches are an extended family. Okay. Ain't it interesting what happens sometimes when gifts are given between family and friends, family, right? This about giving. We don't care the dollar amount. See, we put distinctions on things. I don't care how long this church is, because, you know, people have talked about, you know, I believe this is out in Detroit. The wins and the wheres don't even, none of this matters. The heart of this is the part that matters, family. Right? The wheres and how we got there and all that. See, again, this is the kind of stuff we do for the abuser in the family. Well, he had a hard childhood and, this, that, and the other happened and, this, and this. Listen, family, if we are going to be able to come together in a banner of unity on some level and love and light, we got to let go of these excuses. That's not going to work. Again, we on the Sunday message. So you look through multiple stories in the Bible, family, there is no excuse for me, you, nobody. So why are we doing that in our family? Why do we practice that? Specifically speaking in Christian families. Why would you do that? Again, the good God above is judging us on the wrongs we're doing, family, where we have a choice. Again, we always stop to do this because this is right about the time where the defenses get high in the mind and, okay, Jay, you're not recognizing this, that. Family, there's never a time that I talk where we are not really recognizing the pain people go through. And while we know everybody is going through all different types of pains, whether you got $1 million in your bank account or one, we get it. Okay? We never, ever discredit that. You can't. At the same time, family, there is stuff here we are doing we do not have to, okay? We are choosing to. Acting like these people just didn't have a choice, which is why folks are okay with a baby mama kind of mentality in the ghetto and not marriages. But our big mamas back in the day said, make that woman a wife before you make her a mama, right? Ain't nobody said nothing about there's no levels for freaking and all that. I am the first one to say this because, again, we get to this kind of weird level where everything is a don't. Do you, again, we started off this podcast with this classic question. Especially up in the church, everything is a don't, except for when it comes to that, sausage and peppers and them ribs, right? That antipasta salad and all that kind of stuff. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We got yeses and do's for all that. And then when it comes to the actual do's, no, we don't got nothing for that. We got nothing for that, man. We got problems with wine. We got problems with cannabis. We got problems with sex. We got problems with dancing. Come on, somebody. We got problems with the clothes you wear. Adam and Eve was walking around with no clothes. Now you got to wear all the clothes. What? There may be something imbalanced here. Just stop off to talk about relationships for a minute. We're gonna get back on this dude, man. But all these things intertwine on some level. You ever looked at what the curse of the law was for the curse here God put on women? Now I say God put on, right? That wasn't God, right? That was Eve that did that. Family, there's another one of these things that we do that we should not, right? Stop blaming deities, the devil, all this kind of stuff for the stuff we are doing. When you have ignorant, fool-minded, do nothing, know nothing Negroes taking the weapon of defense, as we have said before on this podcast, and just blowing away people in the streets of their neighborhoods to which they should be protecting, as is a responsibility for everybody in that neighborhood, there is something wrong there. God didn't do that. That was whoever name. I because people get mad when I start putting in black names and everybody's names and stuff like that. Whoever name you want to put in there, that's their fault. God didn't make them do it. Devil didn't make them do it. They did it. Awesome misinformation for sure. And we ain't gonna put no spook on that. See, again, I know it's spooky season, but we get a little too spooky with some of this. This is what you were doing. The black man don't give enough a care about the black woman to impregnate. I know folks won't put it, but that lady, she opened up her legs. Yeah, I know. We're talking about what the man's, see what we're saying, family? The man's responsibility here. What is that man's responsibility? You got control over the life seed in your pants, fellas. Same way the woman got control over the life house in her body. That's how this works. That's just how this works now, right? That's how this works. So, I mean, I don't really know what to tell folks. But this is what we telling y'all, man. This is what it is. All right. We gonna go into this next video here because we're how long? We're 15 minutes. Again, we ain't keeping y'all long, man. Because again, these truths are just is what it is. But do you believe it? Do you believe it? All right, here we go. This is his response. This is the woman that he was talking to in that video and all that. This is their response. All right, so let's go.
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one member, Roberta McCoy, went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading. You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
So, family, here is the thing. Here is the thing. And you know, we understand folks want to doctor up videos, okay? Because these are the different things by which people bring these excuses, okay, to protect a societal order here that has been made around biblical principles. I have to say it that way, right? There's been a lot of these orders and fraternal this, that, and the other that you see all over the place. A lot of stuff that you see in church, family, we are bold enough to say it. This is the same thing. It's a club, it's a group. And you have to dance a certain way in order to be in it, which is why I don't. That was not the nature of the Garden of Eden. Again, family, we cannot say it enough. You got people walking around nude around animals in a forest somewhere. Huh? But we want to make fun of nudist colonies. When you come out the womb, you don't have no clothes on, family. Huh? I know we build, you know, this is why we can't stand up for nobody in society today. We're okay watching each other, but this is why you do it inside the home, which is cool, which is why it's cool how you see it in Star Wars. You make fun of the geek all you want to. George Lucas had enough, listen, family, he had enough foresight, whether he believed in it or not, to be able to make a scene where his father is standing over his son, getting whooped on by massa, and now what decision do you do? We want to play around like that's science fiction, whatnot. People are okay doing that stuff to each other today, family. They're okay doing it today. We don't have room for that no more. Listen, if the brother had an issue and he had already spoken, this is what again, Marvin Sapp did it on the Ricky Smiley show. Okay, this is not to make fun of nobody. We're just saying what it is. Also, if you wanted to see this response here, because I'm not going to leave it in the comments. If you wanted to re-see this, it's on YouTube. It's from Detroit TV. It's done 5 days ago. All you got to search: pastor and church member respond to viral donation. That's Pastor, church member, respond to viral donation. If you want, y'all leave in the comments. Let me know if you want to, some of the things I say, if you want me to put certain links in the, in the description box there and all that kind of thing. This way y'all can click or, copy, search, all that kind of thing. But exactly what are we doing, y'all? This is how we talk to each other? If a person in line before, you don't have enough patience, be like, hey, and then what we turn into is, hey, that's just how we talk. That's this is what this is now. To speak that way is unnecessary. Hold that for the back of the church. We get it. Somebody took a video right at the time whenever he said that. We get it. But again, people are giving. If a couple people gave out of place, man, hold that for the back of the church. We ain't got to do that right there. But this is right about the same time that we give a pass to Chris Rock for how he's talking. Because see, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they were just supposed to. We start throwing in whether who she's screwing with and all that. We just supposed to take. Jokes are just supposed to be a joke, family. Again, we can take a joke. That's not joking right there. That's making fun of folks at somebody's expense. That's what that is. And we're okay standing up for this. Listen now, we're okay. That's why the gang's posted up in the neighborhood right now. We are not okay, family. We're not okay banning it. We will make more of an excuse to work on Master's plantation all day and all night. Right? As it said, can't see it in the morning till can't see it at night. We are better making those kind of excuses and saying, hey, this is enough. The natives had their own police department. Unfortunately, it was working with the cavalry back in the day. Y'all can look up you watch it right on the TV show Echo, but we know people don't want to see anywhere where there could be anything you can learn from. This is where you shut down. This is why everybody keeps talking this trash about woke, which is a word black folks came up with. And right about that time, again, to address the issues Massa or the man was doing to folks back then. And what you do, we just default to this kind of weird thing where we make fun of a thing. That's not going to do it, y'all. They are still going to make profit off you doing things to profit for them. And we're going to leave our kids with the bill. We're going to be dead and gone, leave our kids with the bill and pass it and just continue to keep on passing down insanity. No more, family. Right? We must say no more. So that's what we got for y'all today. Again, we ain't taking any time, man. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot here. What we will end with is that you can hear the podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora at a different view. The artist name is KJ. You can find it on YouTube, at a different view 80. Again, artist name is KJ. You'll see a folder there, says a different view. All the episodes will be there, including this one. Once it goes up here, should see it today or the next day. I know I'm talking now, but today or the next day, right? And again, also we have some of these episodes in live fashion as a live on TikTok at KJ's Clock. You'll be able to go through there and see all the different repostings that I've done, and you will see the lives, little posts and quotes that we put up and all that kind of thing that we don't do, say, on the Instagram or Facebook page, right? So thank you, family, for walking this road with me. I love y'all. God bless y'all. This is not in the level of meanness, okay? We just saying for what there's certain things we just cannot tolerate anymore because it hurts us. It's hurting us. That woman gave $1,200 some odd dollars, man. Hey, these folks acting like this stuff come off trees. Like, this is people's hard-earned money. Blessed to be a blessing, family. It's more like we're just being blessed to keep on being blessed. We don't put that on the prosperity message. Because again, prosperous people just don't know how to act. That ain't on the message. That's on the people. It's the same thing we say, family, when folks talk this kind of disciple, you need to have a disciple spirit and all this kind of stuff. The word disciple means a student or a student. Let me see if I Let me see if I still have it up. I think I do. A pupil or student, excuse me. The Latin root word discipulus, which means pupil or student. Right? Latin word meaning instruction, training, learning. The root word discere, which is to learn. Again, if you got people learning, where are the teachers? Where y'all at? Right? Are we over here touching little babies? We asking for money when we got enough money in these church houses? More than enough money they already gave you in these church houses. What are we doing? Still want to do this spookism about, oh, you got to give unto God and stuff like that? Stop bringing daddy into your mess. God got nothing to do with the fact we are hoarding up money. Churches back in the book of Acts didn't operate out of these huge, ornate, look at family. It's about the people. We out here for the people. You are the temple, worried more about a building than the actual people. And then try to explain it away. This is the madness this is where we're at, y'all, right? Everybody, including me, we got something else to deal with. But again, at some point in the game, enough's enough. Right. So, again, that's where we're going to leave y'all, family. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much for walking this road with me. I love y'all. God bless y'all, right? We'll wake up tomorrow and have a good and powerful and impactful start to the week, right? An intention-filled start to our week, where we start pushing love, laughter, community, unity, individualism, and we have fun doing it, right? All right, family. Thank you for walking this road with me. We will talk to y'all again soon. And as always, and until next time, look to find the beauty in a different view.